It's already recording. It's recording right now.
Ingredients. So we have JohnnyRock up next.
Yeah! Energy to the room. Yeah! Do it! Yeah! I'm kind of cross between nervous and energy, and that's probably because I drank like 3 of these within an hour. When you drink that many of these, you know, Red Bull, get your wings! Well, not when you have one of those, 3 of them in an hour. Then you get more like a jetpack kind of thing, and that's enough energy to be a bear. And if you're gonna be a bear, be a grizzly! Sorry. I'm hungry, so I get a little weird when I'm hungry. And, I love comfort food. One of my favorite comfort foods is cheese, mozzarella to be specific. I love mozzarella. It's so rich and chewy, ooey and gooey. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I get love in my tongue, man. That kind of thing. Hey, mozzarella. That kind of thing. Sorry. I know, I'm a dork. I know. All right, I just got. All right. So I've been trying to do this, and it's been a while. I was up here back in February. So, anyways. Okay. So, if I eat a lot of mozzarella cheese, which I love to do, but I got to be careful because if I eat too much of the mozzarella cheese, it doesn't like me. It becomes something like this. It's Boom control to Houston. Come in, Houston. Do you read me? Over. Houston, come in. Houston, we read you. Go ahead. And then it becomes a break a blood vessel in your head kind of poopy thing. And that's where you kind of like you have to strain to push it out. You have to strain and push and strain and push. But my asshole doesn't want to cooperate. It starts pretending like it's Gandalf from Lord of the Rings and talks shit to my turd and says, "You shall not pass." No shit. Did I do that? Wait a minute. When did I eat corn? Sorry. Oh my God. When I was young, I overheard my mom once describe childbirth as passing a huge bowel movement. Yeah, thanks, Mom. So a huge shit. That's nice to know. All right, that's good. But I was curious to know which one of my elder siblings she was talking about, because it wasn't me. And I'm not saying that to be egotistical or vain or because I am her only boy or the youngest and her favorite. I'm not saying that. It's just because I know that it wasn't me because I was a cesarean birth. So it's got to be one of them. I screwed up my joke. I apologize. When I was a kid, when me and my siblings were children, my mom caught one of my elder siblings fucking around doing what she wasn't supposed to be doing, and she kind of yelled at my sister and she said, "You little shit!" And I was with my mom when she said that, and I had to I immediately corrected her and said, "Nah, you mean huge shit, right, Mom?" And I put him and said, "You're a huge shit, huge shit, huge shit, huge shit." And suddenly from behind, whack! My mom smacked me hard on my ass with her yardstick and said, "That's enough! You shut your goddamn mouth right now before I shut it for you." So I did, because I knew exactly what that meant. I'd like to tell you about some of my friends right now. My friends say some very funny and crazy shit. Well, here's the first example. I was at lunch with one of my friends, and we had just finished eating lunch, and we stood up to leave, and I said to him, I said, "So what are you going to do now, man? Go home and digest your lunch?" And he said, "Nah, I'm going to go and get some Vaseline and beer." Yeah, exactly. And silence, exactly. That's what I thought. Like, okay, well, have fun with that, man. I'll see you later. Mind you, he's not going home. So where he's going with that Vaseline and beer, I don't know, and I don't want to know. My other friend I was hanging out with, we were chit-chatting about different things, and one of the things he loves to do is go to the Ren Fest. And he said to me, "I want to go to the Ren Fest and people watch. I want to take photographs of people from a distance so they don't know they're being photographed, so they can be more natural." And I was like, "Oh, so you want to like admire people from afar?" Creeper. Well, at least he's not a stalker. You know, the definition of a stalker is when two persons go on long walks together, but only one of them knows about it. He's not that. Another friend, I was having lunch with her, and we were chit-chatting, and it was light conversation. But I wanted to kind of shift gears for a minute and talk to her about something that was kind of on my mind and get me a little down in the dumps. And I said to her, I said, "Hey, I'm afraid to die." Without pause, she said, "Oh, I'm so full I can't eat another bite." And then she grabbed a chicken wing and took a bite of it. "Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that." Now, my other friend, we love to rock and roll. Even though I'm old, I still party like a rock star. So we were hanging out at his house, and we were drinking, doing a little smoking, not cigarettes, well he was, and snacking, and we were doing this for a few hours, and all of a sudden my friend, who was pretty chatty, became really quiet. And I looked over at him, and he looked pretty rough. He was sweating, and he was kind of slumped over, and he was sitting on the stool, but he was still wobbling. Now, if you're sitting down and you are wobbling, you're fucked up. I'm not saying that to be mean or anything, because I've been there. I've even sat down in a chair with a back support and still been wobbling. So anyway, so I said to him, I said, "Hey man, you all right over there? You look pretty rough." And and he just kind of looked up at me, and he started taking off his shirt, but he couldn't really get it off because he was all fucked up. And finally gets it off. He threw it on the kitchen floor with attitude. And he looked at me and he said, "You're ugly." Where did that come from? What did I do? Okay, all right, fine, that's fine, whatever, all right. All right. Oh, I'd like to say this. If you don't floss after brushing your teeth, that's like wiping your butt cheeks but not your ass crack. You gotta wipe the ass crack because that keeps us from having an itchy ass. And Confucius said, "Man who go to bed with itchy ass wake up with smelly finger." That's truth. I had to go to Walmart a little while back, and I was walking through the parking lot, and as I was getting closer up to the entranceway, I noticed out of the corner of my eye that this woman was kind of like, she was really gaining on me. She was like right behind me. And just before we got up to the entranceway, I suddenly decided to stop and let her go ahead. Now, some of you might think that that's a nice and gentlemanly thing to do. Don't. I had to fart, and I didn't want her to hear it or smell it, so ladies first. That's true. One more thing. I know my jokes are going pretty quick because I kind of screwed up the first one, and I left something out in the second one. I know that I screwed up, but anyways, I want to tell you this. So, I'm a big believer in the paranormal. And I'm not going to say, I'm going to be able to believe in paranormal. No, I'm not even going to ask that. I'm just simply going to say I'm a big believer in the paranormal. So what I'm about to tell you is true. So I was home. All right, that's not going to work. I was home at my house. I was doing some laundry. And the laundry room is down the hall this way. My man cave is straight down the hallway the other way. And I was in the entrance doorway of my man cave, and I looked down, and I thought I seen my son go into the laundry room. What I saw was an elbow, a wisp of hair, and a pant leg. And my cat, she followed right in. And she just loves my son. So I thought for sure my son went in the room. So I went to the laundry room to say hello to my son. But there was no one there. Kind of creepy, right? And the more I thought about it, the more it started to unnerve me. I mean, how do you expect me to masturbate in my own house when I think that Casper the Friendly Ghost is possibly going to be watching me? You know, I mean, I can't, no, it's not going to happen. I look around and some of you guys are like, let him fucking watch. Hey, Casper, I'll bust a nut for you right now. And you ladies are like, oh, please. He'd much rather watch one of us rub one out than watch you pop one on. Which is probably true. But I'm over that now. It's all good. It's all good. Last one. Okay. My friend said to me, he asked me, he said, because I'm the only comic that has a buttload of poop and fart jokes, and well, there's another one, but I don't know why I have so many, and all I could say to him was this: shit happens, and sometimes it's funny. Maybe not at the moment that it happens, but it is funny. So I tell a lot of shit and poop jokes. And here's one more, all right, and then I'm done. All right, as far as fart and poop jokes. I'm still nervous, it's been a while. So if you remember back in the 80s, there was a movie called Demolition Man. And what it is it stars Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes. And I won't get into anything about them, but one of the scenes in the movie is when Sylvester has to use the toilet. He goes in the restroom and he finds that there's a three shelf system. And I always thought, and he asked, what's with the three shelf system? And I said the same thing, what is with that? And for years and decades, I didn't even understand what it was until recently, very recently, I watched the movie again. I'm like, I got it. The three shelf system is just like a squeegee on a piece of glass. You gotta scrape it off your ass, scrape it, throw it away and scrape it. But I'll tell you this, ladies, in the future, if you all gonna go pee, you gotta air dry or drip dry, whatever it is. The shelf system's not gonna help you because there's no paper in the future. No toilet paper in the future. Just shelves. Anyways. All right, well, I'm gonna let you guys go on that. I know that was quick and it was kind of fumbled, and I do apologize, but I'll do better next time.